What's up, YouTube? Today I am gonna take advantage of this nice weather that we're finally having here in Connecticut and work on getting this Camaro cleaned up. It's pretty bad. It's been sitting a while. Carpet, I think we're gonna fix up. I'm gonna pull the seats out and do a really deep cleaning of this. I have a few hours of daylight, so I think I should be able to get it done. I took the tops off just to make it a little easier to be able to work inside here and not have to really get into the car too much till I get cleaned up a little. I'm gonna start with a good vacuum of everything, get all the big bulk of the stuff out, and pull the seats, vacuum under there, and then go from there with scrub all that down, use the extractor. I'll leave a link in the description below with all the products that I used in case anyone's interested. So now that I got a bulk of everything vacuumed up in this car, it's not 100% perfect, but the extractor will take care of the rest. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the seats. On the front of these seats, it's got a couple of plastic covers that are held on with some Phillips head screws. Same thing in the back underneath. The ones in the back seem like they're stripped out, so I'm gonna have to spend a little bit of time getting those out. So I'm just gonna start with the front, and like I said, once you take that screw out, that just removes. So that is a 1/2" socket, which I'm going to use to remove it. It's a little rusty, so you'll see how that comes out. But I'll do the same thing over on this side, and then we'll work on the back. So yeah, it's pretty rusty. So I'm going to take all these nuts and let them soak in some vapor rust for a while. I got all the nuts off of there. They're soaking the vapor rust. Last thing I have to do is just take this off. Phillips head screwdriver, and pull the seat out. Repeat the process on the other side, and I'll show you guys how to get the back seats out once I finish that. I got the seats out. Correction, you want to use a 13mm, not a 1/2". So to get these back seats out, first thing that we're going to do is lift up underneath here, and there's another 13mm there. Once you remove that one 13mm, seat will pull right out, and set that off to the side. Do the same thing on the other side, same spot, pull that off. Now that that's off, you can see we're taking on some water back here, and there's also an old Chevy key for something newer, probably a Silverado or something. I decided I'm just going to leave this on because I'm able to get access to where I need to clean this up. But you can go through and do another vacuum to get the rest of the stuff up. See the original color that the car used to be, and now it's more rustic. But yeah, we get this cleaned up and then check back in after that. Okay, as you can tell, I have it all vacuumed up. Obviously, still a little bit of dirt and dust and stuff, but anyways, I'm going to use the extractor on here, which will make this carpet come out looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how it looks already by just a quick vacuum. A lot cheaper than having to replace the carpet since it's really not that bad of shape. So probably deal with that rust after. Probably do a little pour 15 on it or something. Yeah, I'm gonna get to scrubbing down all the panels and everything, and I'll show you guys how I go through to do that and what products I use and everything. So this is a pretty old panel. Obviously this car is from 1985, so we don't want to use anything too aggressive. A lot of times when I'm detailing, I'll use like a brush on the end of my drill. I'm just going to use this boar's hair brush right here. I have Chemical Guys, it says leather cleaner. It's actually their product called Lightning Fast that I put in this. So just spray some on there, let it soak for just a couple of seconds. It's mostly just dust and stuff on here. There's dirt, but there's no mold, surprisingly. The cars I had to detail to get these cars were full of mold from sitting, so I'm grateful that these are pretty clean. Might not even have to use a brush really on here, maybe just to get in the crevices and stuff, but just do a quick wipe down. panels are actually in really good shape. Even the window works, which is surprising. Yeah, it's basically just gonna need a quick wipe down. Just once I'm done, I'll probably put dressing on it or something just to help protect it, but it's gonna clean up pretty easily. Pretty excited because the outside of this car is obviously in extremely rough shape, but the interior is gonna look good. And there's no motor because that motor is screwed, as you guys saw in the last video. So that's gonna be another project, is putting a 350 in it, which I have in the garage, just have to get it ready. But anyway, just gonna go through, get a majority of this off, and then spray it again and use my brush. So that was just after a quick wipe down. Like I said, just gonna spray it so I can get in here and everything with the brush, get that dirt out of there. Let's get around here, you know, little cracks, crevices, and then move on to the next panels. But I think if the whole car goes like this, I'll be able to knock it out pretty quick, and definitely gonna look like a whole different car. Kind of racing daylight today, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time to get to extracting the seats and everything, so I'll probably make a part 2 to that video, but we'll keep working on this and go from there. So yeah, huge difference. The black's definitely got a little bit of fade to it. Probably do have some dressings that'll help clean it up, kind of just brighten up, bring the black back to it, but definitely pretty satisfied with how it's coming out. Just to brighten this a little. There we go. Yeah, much better. I went through and did this on my red 91 RS a while back, and it was pretty similar condition. I mean, I kept up with it a little bit, but it did sit for a little bit before I bought it as well, and that car came out really good, so that's why I had high hopes for this. But just go through, give it a good scrub. You can see all the oils and years of dirt coming up on that. It is good to use a decent high quality microfiber. It does help pick up all the dirt and not just spray around. You want something that's somewhat absorbent so you're not just spreading it. These I get at Walmart. They're fairly cheap, and you just rewash them when you're done with them. They last quite a while. Some of these I've had for years. You can use different size brushes and everything too to really get into some of the crevices needed. Typically this is my go-to. It works really well for a lot of scenarios. And it seems to be getting the job done on this old Camaro. Steering wheel, I'll let soak a little bit. All the grime and oils from your hands over time really get these steering wheels pretty gross. I'm not sure if this odometer has ever rolled or not, but it's reading 36,493 miles. So as you can see the difference here, you got one door panel over to there, and there where I just did. This whole car is going to come out a lot better than I even expected it would. It's not going to be perfect, obviously, but for being a budget car that I'm considering it, trying not to spend a ton of money on it, and make it somewhat decent, because for some reason I just can't let these cars go to the scrapyard. And instead I just invest a bunch of time and money into them.
Billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and...
But I'll finish up scrubbing up these panels and everything. Alright, so that concludes today's video. Hopefully next weekend, weather permitting, I will be able to get to the carpets and the seats so I can get them cleaned up nice, because I really do like the seats in this car. But if you guys got anything from this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. It means a lot, and I'll see you guys soon.